FoodDrive is our happy place, a place where you will find nothing but pure joy and unconditional love. In this video, I'm going to answer the most frequently asked questions about the FoodDrive. FoodDrive is a drive for equality. It is a drive for humanity. In 2016, when our national hero Abdul Sattar Edhi passed away, there was this despair in the air. People were sad. I saw people posting his beautiful quotes about humanity on social media. It was great. But then I wondered that just sharing what he said, is that enough? A man who devoted his entire life in serving humanity left a legacy behind for you and I to follow. So I discussed this with my friends, a group of friends, and over a cup of coffee we decided that let's do something, let's give back to society the way Abdul Sattar Edhi did, in whatever available resources that we had at that time. And we all came up with an idea that we all can share food, the food that we eat 3 times a day. It's our responsibility to share it with the people in our community. And that's how the whole food drive started, literally with this one drive of giving back to the society. This is a question that everybody asks, why just food? And my answer is, why not food? Just because we can afford 3 meals a day does not mean that everybody can. There are so many people on the roadsides who cannot afford just 1 meal a day. And if we can afford 3 meals a day, it's our responsibility to share one of those 3 meals with those who are in need. And yes, food is just a reason to bring people together, to sit together where we can share not just the food, but the love and kindness that we all have in our hearts. And at the food drive, gradually I've seen people celebrating their birthdays. We celebrate our happy moments, our sad moments. I've seen my musician friends coming and doing drum circles with the children who work on the streets. To me, food drive is all about connecting people with each other. I've seen so many beautiful students who come at the food drive, students from different universities, schools and colleges, who were just there as volunteers. The people who just take out time for the people who are neglected. So yes, food is just one of the many reasons that why we want people to come and sit together and share life with each other. I think not just the food drive, but any initiative requires 3 major things. Your persistent passion to give back to the society, your unconditional love and unconditional kindness, and the purity of your intention. These 3 things can make every initiative possible. And we have never claimed that we feed people. We cannot. God does. What we believe or what we claim is that we have so much love in our hearts, the unconditional love that we share at the food drive. And we feel blessed because out of so many people, God has chosen us to share what He has given to us with the people around us. Well, when we decided about starting this beautiful little initiative called Food Drive, the core idea was to bridge the gap in the society. You must have seen beautiful pictures of my transgender friends sitting next to me. Initially, it was tough because there was lack of acceptance, but we wanted 2 things to happen. Number 1, bridging the gap. Everybody in the society should sit together and talk and eat without any discrimination whatsoever. And secondly, we wanted to help our transgender community. We wanted to reshape their image. We wanted to make them financially independent. So at every food drive, these transgender friends are not just there as volunteers, they get paid for it. So it's not just reshaping their image, they're not just the beggars, they are the great managers. And here is something that I want to share. that if you provide a platform and if you hire them as managers, they are excellent at managing things. Well, we don't have a team as such. The people that you see in the pictures, I call them FoodDrive family. As I said, that we, a group of friends, started this initiative with whatever budget in our pockets we had in the very available resources. And slowly and gradually, everybody became the part of the whole family. Yes, we do have transgenders who work with us, who get paid for what they do, but the rest of the people are all volunteers. I've seen people helping as volunteers. Some people give their time, some people try to give certain amount of donations so that they just want to contribute in doing what we are doing. I think the biggest challenge at the FoodDrive was the mindset of the community. The idea that we wanted transgender community to come on board and work with us was quite challenging. Not everybody loved the idea. I remember there were so many people who came at the FoodDrive and refused to take the food from the hand of a transgender, and that was disheartening. I remember initially when I used to post pictures with my FoodDrive friends, the transgender friends, people hated it. I read all those hateful comments. That was disheartening too. But we didn't stop, because this was the whole idea. It was about bridging gap. It's about giving love and respect and acceptance to each and every individual living. But Alhamdulillah, by far, things have changed. People have accepted people the way they are. And I think this is one of the many reasons why the FoodDrive team and the family feel so happy about it. When you spend your weekends at the roadside, you learn so many things. There are times when I've seen people, 3 to 4 people sitting there waiting for the food, and there is just one plate of rice left. I've seen that how all those people just sit there and share the food from that one single plate. Nobody asks that what religion you follow. Nobody asks about what caste they belong to. They just sit there. They eat food from one plate, they pray, and they leave. I've also learned that people just don't crave for food. They crave for love, they crave for respect and kindness. So if you decide to give back, always remember, give whatever you want to give with your utmost respect. Well, the message would be very simple. We need more doers and less talkers. It really hurts me when I see people sitting in their dining rooms, at their dining tables full of food and talking about poverty. They talk about how people are dying of hunger. Don't talk. This is the time to give back. The food that is left on your dining table is not supposed to get frozen in the freezers. Give it to the people. Look outside and see there are so many people who are actually dying of hunger. And if you think that you're too busy to give back, do not discuss. You have no right to talk about poverty if you're not willing to eradicate it. And those who truly want to give back, always remember, there is a difference between giving food and serving food. So serve it, do not give it.